the Espresso Shots Facebook page. I'll be following along on the Espresso Shots Facebook page for any comments or questions. And if anybody has their ears on, if they can just let me know how I'm sounding. So again, I'm just mentioning, if you would like to comment on anything during the show, you want to go to Espresso Shots Facebook page.
Click it.
You have 2 minutes and about 45 seconds to get yourself a beverage and get ready for tonight's show. Thanks, Bob. I see you. You're in the house and you're ready to listen. How am I sounding out there? Can you hear me well enough? Thanks, Bob. I will turn that up a little bit. Okay, Bob. Does that sound a little bit better? Can you hear me now? I just turned up the volume a little bit. Let me know how that sounds. Okay, Bob. Does that sound a little bit better? Can you hear me now? I just turned up the volume a little bit. Let me know how that sounds. If people are wondering why my voice sounds a little different, this is Happy McSunny, and I'm hijacking their show tonight. Thanks, Bob. You said that sounds much better. That's perfect.
You're listening to Espresso Shots Live. Tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. for your digital caffeine.
It's a little too on the nose if you ask me. I mean,
no, it's going to be fine, and you look fabulous. Okay, here we go, and action.
Well, good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm Happy McSunny, and I've hijacked John's Espresso Shots show tonight. This time of year, we like to have staff parties and have lots of fun, and not able to get together and have those parties, so I thought I'd play a little office prank on John. So what I did is in the studio, he said, I'd like you to record your segment in the studio tonight. And I said to him, oh, there's lots of time. It's only 20 after 6. So you go take a rest and go maybe have a coffee, put your feet up. I'll get this all recorded. And I hijacked the show. So he doesn't know that I'm live and I've taken over the show. And I thought, wow, how hard could this be? So let's see. What does John usually talk about? First of all, if you want to send me any messages, you need to follow us on the Espresso Shots Facebook page. That is the only way I will see your comments. And Bob is asking, is John having a time out? Well, like I said, I'm doing a little prank here on him. So Bob's watching tonight. Looks like we have Fred Pringle watching tonight. He's one of my biggest fans. Oh, and Frank Huth is watching as well. So let's start off the evening with what's in your cup. Let me know what's in your cup. We'll talk about what everybody's drinking tonight. And as you can see, so we've got Jeff Stout is on. He's a good move, Happy McSunny. He's enjoying that. One of our friends south of the border here. That's excellent. So I'm just waiting to see what's in your cup. So I've got a nice dark beverage with some nice cumulus clouds that a coffee connoisseur may call a latte. And that's what's in my cup tonight. And John usually takes a drink of it, so I'm going to try and drink it through my big beard. That's really good. A 49th Parallel Espresso. Very, very good. Got it from the Cottage Coffee House. What do we have here? Apothic 2018 Red Blend. Sounds good, Jeff. We'll have to enjoy a glass hopefully next summer. We'll see you and Maureen and we'll get together for that. Hopefully we'll see you then. Anybody else? What's in their cup? What do we got here? Bob's got some delicious well water. Well water is a great source of water. Usually has nice flavor to it. It's not like city or village water where you have to treat the bejesus out of it to be able to drink it. So that's great. Well water is, I'm very jealous. Very nice. Very nice. So, what else is in people's cups here?
Hey, what's going on? What are you doing?
Oh, John, as I said, I'm just recording my segment for the weather.
Oh,
so
I guess I'm a bit late.
You're a bit early. I haven't recorded my weather yet.
Perfect.
So, good Wednesday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Happy McSunny, and I am reporting to you live from Westport and the Rideau Lakes area. Today we saw some really cold weather. It was down to -13. Got very, very cold. A little bit of a shock to the system. But tomorrow it's going to be -7, and then it's going to gradually get warmer, get to -1, and then 1, and then 2, and 2 for a few days. So we're going to see a little bit warmer weather. A chance of snow for Sunday and Monday. And we're T-9 for Christmas. So as you're getting ready for the holidays, most of us are celebrating just with our own households, but there is time to do some Christmas deliveries to people, just to let them know that that we're thinking about them. So back to you in the studio, John.
Okay, right on. I guess I'll take
boy.
over. I got my pajama pants on because I was actually having a nap on the couch. If truth be told.
It's hard getting out of this big chair.
Well, that's awesome, Happy McSunny. I appreciate you doing that for me. I didn't realize how late it had gotten, but man, I love Happy McSunny. Do you guys not love Happy McSunny? Just the best ever. I'm wondering if Happy might hand me my cell phone that's sitting on my over by the chessboard. We're down here in the studio and have a chessboard set up. We've been playing a bit of chess. So my volume might be a bit louder than Cynthia's. I tend to talk a little bit on the than Happy McSunny's voice volume. So so Dave, Dave Wickeden's joining the show. Thanks for joining tonight, Dave, and we have Sean Palmer as well. Cheers, everybody. I was just finishing up a coffee, but I thought since it is getting closer to Christmas, I grabbed myself on the way down here. I grabbed myself a Westport Brewing Company beverage. It's a roasty brew with hints of coffee and chocolate. Finishes dry. So let's see if it finishes dry. I'm going to crank that open, and cheers to everybody at the Westport Brewing Company in the village of Westport. We are lucky to have businesses like that in the village of Westport, and if you want to continue to have businesses like that, we need to support them. All of them. Every single business in the village of Westport needs support, and so do the nonprofits like the Legion and the Lions Club, and all those organizations all need your support this time of year. And not to mention the food bank as well. Kadrinkos has been doing some great work with the food bank, keeping those guys stocked up. And everybody deserves a good meal at Christmas and throughout the Christmas season, so we all got to do our part to make sure everybody has enough on their plate and definitely enough in their cup. So cheers. I'm going to have a little swig of this. All right, so now to get myself organized, what do I got? I have a great guest on tonight, and this might surprise you, but I reached out to Alan Doyle from Great Big Sea, and he's coming on the show tonight in about 10 minutes. But before Alan joins us, Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau is coming on from the grave, and then Justin is coming on. And then we have, after that, Jim Cuddy from Blue Rodeo is coming on, and just kidding, we have no guest tonight. We had a big guest last week, so this week we're taking the day off. So I thought what we would do, I'm going to turn my volume up just a bit here so I can hear what's going on. I thought what we would do tonight is maybe play the best of the best from 2020, all the greatest moments of 2020. And if you have any great moments from 2020, type them on in tonight. I want to know what they were. But here are our best moments from 2020 for your enjoyment. I'm going to cue this guy up here. We're in Media One. Look how great Happy did over here, eh? She did awesome. Wish I was as good as Happy. Welcome to Espresso Shots Live. Although it is not 2021 yet, in tonight's episode of Espresso Shots Live, we are going to take a look back at the best moments of 2020. So, hope you enjoy this one. Oh yeah, that was a good one. I remember that when I messed up the opening. Yeah, that was a good one too there. That was a good time. Oh, that was good too. I remember that one. And that was good too, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. Moly, my tongue is twisted, and it's funny because I'm working on the 4th session of the Frothy Coffee Sessions, and I had some local people do some audio bits for me, and their tongues were getting tied as they're trying to say the words Frothy Coffee Sessions, and it is challenging when you're on the spot and you have to get your head and your tongue around some of these words, especially when you're live. It's even worse sometimes. So this coffee flavored brown ale. Get my tongue working properly. So speaking of the frothy coffee sessions, I thought what I would do tonight is, I don't know if people have ever heard the show. If you've been in the cafe, you've probably heard it running. We call it the soundtrack to the Cottage Coffee House. There are 3 sessions, and they're all about 3 to 3.5 hours in length. Session 1, Session 2, Session 3, and Session 4. And I have... I've done this here up. I'm going to pull this shot into view for you guys so you can see it here. Right here. So if you go to our website, right here, you'll see our web page right there. And see if I can scroll through this. Like if I can interact, I can. Okay, so this is our website. You should be seeing our website right here. And on the very top of this here, on the very top, you'll see House, which is our house, About Us, videos. If you want to watch all of our videos, you can do that through our website. So all of our showcase videos for the Cottage Coffee House are right there. And also, if you notice this big black button, that is for ordering online. So if you wanted to order online, somebody, best moments in 2020, planning 3, yeah, nice one. 3,400 vines just outside of Westport on Highway 42. Wow. Yeah, so I was going to say, you click on this, that's actually our online ordering. So when our store is opened, that's our full menu right there. You can order online. And the month of December, each month we had a special going on. So this month we actually have $5 off when you purchase one of our $25 gift cards. So if you're looking for a great gift idea, there's a great way to save $5 right there. Close that baby down. Contact us. So right here, the frothy coffee sessions. Right here. Listen to 1, listen to session 2, listen to session 3, and gift cards. And there's a beautiful picture of me there on the bottom. If you just kind of click on these sessions, it'll pull a player up for you, like a media player, and there's 3 buttons on the side. You can download that file, and if you download the file, if you look right along the top here, I don't know if you can see it or not, it'll show you the URL. You can copy that URL, and if you're using Sonos, specifically tuned in radio, just copy that and put it in your radio URL, and then you can play it wherever you want, whenever you want. Or if you just want to play it off your computer, you can do that just by clicking on that and giving it a listen. So, like I said, right now we have 1 and 2 up, and episodes 1 and 2 are up. Where did I go? I lost myself. I'm going to pull this out of here. But yeah, so give them a listen. Check them out. We're working on episode 4. So in episode 4, we went around and we did some local businesses. We had them kind of do some shout outs. So it's some really, really good ones in there. I had a great time. And I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was at the Black Dog because we needed to do some voice bits from the Black Dog Inn in Westport. So shout out to the Black Dog Inn, Elaine and James. And actually I caught up with Ken Rose there. So I was able to get 3 of them all done at once. That was a great night, and that is all jammed into session 4 of Frothy Coffee Session, so that should be a lot of fun. Kim says she bought a house in 2020. Yes, congratulations on buying a house. That is awesome. Fantastic. That's a great thing. Anyway, so yeah, Frothy Coffee, give them a listen. Give them a listen. I've got my Casey Ferguson show on tonight because Casey is the man who puts all of that show together. He puts so many hours into putting a session together. It's mind-boggling. Sometimes it's up to 30 hours to get a show together. So this one will be ready for the winter. So hopefully just right around Christmas time, we'll have it ready and you can play it and enjoy it. And it sounds so great. He does such a great job with the audio. And if you've got a decent stereo at home or you're playing it through a Sonos system or a Bluetooth system, you'll love the quality of the sound. And the music mix is great as well. It's all over the map, from punk to country to rock. Nothing's off the plate on that show. And there's a little bit of there's a lot of bit of humor spread through it as well. So, Casey, if you're watching tonight, thank you for busting your balls and getting that show done on time for hopefully Christmas for everybody to enjoy. All right, having said that, I was thinking a little bit about all the things that happened in 2020, and it's funny because it seems like every day just gets mixed up into one other day. And I was reading a thing on Facebook or Twitter or somewhere yesterday, and you guys remember the murder hornets? It's like, oh no, the murder hornets are coming. Well, to show you how brilliant mankind is, we've now figured out that there is a smaller bee that its waste, or its whatever you want to call it, its poop, is actually a deterrent that pushes murder hornets away. So look at that. We figured out the murder hornet thing in 2020. So that's pretty spectacular. I think the other great accomplishment in 2020 is I'm not seeing too much from Mr. Trump on the news. So that's kind of nice. Getting a little bit tired of that lad. Not to say that he didn't do some good things. I'm sure he did. But enough is enough already, right? So onwards and upwards. Happy McSunny. What do you think? Does Happy need a raise this year? Should we give her a bit more money? I just wrote her paycheck for the week, and I'm not sure if I should give her a bit more money or not. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. You can tell me if she deserves a raise or a Christmas bonus or not. Did anybody enjoy the show last week with the doctor? We had the doctor in the house, Paula Stewart. Find it informative? Find it too much? Was it too much to handle? What kind of guests would you guys like to see in the upcoming year? We basically only have really 2 shows left in 2020. And the next one will be a good one. I have a guest lined up for the next one, which will be just before Christmas. So that'll be kind of fun. And if you have any guest ideas upcoming, or if anybody wants to join me, if you ever want to join me and you're watching the show, just say, hey, John, can I join you? I have something to say. I can send you a really quick link that you just kind of click on, and bingo bongo, you'll be on the show and we'll have you live with me. So if you want to make a comment or you have something to say, maybe you have a dark roast. Oh, raises. Jeff wants Happy to get a raise. 200%. Wow. That's a big one. I was thinking like 2%. I thought that would be like keep with inflation. Bob said the show was great last week with the doc. That's good. It was a heavy topic, and it's still a heavy topic in the village of Westport as cases continue to grow. But I'm not going to focus on COVID-19 anymore. That is done. We're moving towards recovery mode. That's where we are with that. Give Happy a raise and a bonus. Bob wants me to give Happy a raise and a bonus. That's pretty rich. How about me? Do I deserve a raise and a bonus? I was actually thinking that the show should be called the Happy McSunny Show. I can retire and he could take over, and I could just be a special guest from time to time on the show. But Happy did a really good job with all the. He'd only kind of sat in this chair once before, so he only had an idea where some of the buttons were, and I think he did a really good job working himself through that. So Dave deserves a raise. Anybody getting a raise this year? Anybody still working? Is there anybody out there actually working this year? And if you are working, are you getting a raise? Are you getting a Christmas bonus? Or what are you getting? I always found that sometimes when people got something, you set a certain expectation, and if you didn't meet it the following year or the following years to come, they were always disappointed. So, you got to wonder this year what kind of raises or bonuses or what's going to be happening to people that are still working in all the different industries, especially in my industry, in the service industry, in the restaurant industry. It's such a challenging place to be, and people want certain things, and it's tough to kind of get them. So what else do we have on the we're going to talk a bit about winter. So today was the coldest day. I actually walked to Cottage Coffee this morning, and my eyeballs hurt when I got the cottage coffee. My eyes were sore. I was like, man, my eyes are actually hurting. I had to hold my hands over my eyes. It was cold. And it got me thinking about snow, and we've had some pretty good snowfalls in the village of Westport over the last few years. Knock on glass, we haven't had any yet that have added up. Haven't had to shovel much, but I thought I'll run you a little clip. Here's a clip. This is 2 years back, winter, so this could be coming, folks. This could be coming. Welcome to Espresso Shots. I'm going out to shovel the driveway. I got my snorkel and my goggles because it's getting a little bit deep out there. I got to get myself a shot of espresso.
She's getting a little on the deep side, but I think we've got it under control.
Anybody missing that stuff yet? Anybody? 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 Anybody miss shoveling snow or like shoveling snow? It is. I like it when it's light and fluffy and it's not too cold out. I don't mind it. When it's wet and heavy, it's not so nice out. Oh yeah, speaking of snow and cold weather, take fair warning when walking on the sidewalks of the village of Westport, particularly in front of our house, because the sump pump feeds out of the front of the house, and so do many others along the street. There's a fair bit of ice that's built up, but the village has done a great job of sanding and salting, and we will sand and salt as well to try to keep it down. But when you're walking along the sidewalks, please be mindful, especially when it gets a little bit dark, and you're looking at the Christmas lights, and then all of a sudden you're on your buns. So just be careful about that. Like I said, we try to keep it sanded and salted, and but it does, when it gets cold like this, it's hard. The salt doesn't do much. It melts it, then it freezes it back up right away. What's Dave saying? Oh, we wanted to know what the name of our dog was. That is Mrs. Zoe. And my younger sister got a dog too. Nice dog. It is, I don't even know what it is, but it's I met him yesterday. And a pretty happy dog, 4 years old. So unnamed, no name yet. So we'll find out what his name is, speaking of dogs. And do you have a pet? And if you have a pet, should we add a feature pet to our show, Espresso Shot? Should we be featuring pets of the week? Thought about it. We thought about featuring pets of the week. There's enough dogs in the village of Westport. I look out the window, and there's always somebody walking down the street with a dog, and a new dog, a young dog, old dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs. Ooh, that's a good point. There is a Pets of Westport. I think it was a Dogs of Westport or Pets of Westport. So if you have a canary, a bird, snake, dog, giraffe, elephant, rhinoceros, whatever you might have, and you have it, hey, maybe maybe we could talk to. I think it's Cynthia said it's one of the young Snyder girls that started that page up. And so maybe we'll get one of them. Maybe we'll get the pet of the week on the show. Faye Wickenden. Faye wants it to snow. So let's all put our hands together and pray for Faye. The hope that Faye gets some snow. And if we get snow, don't come blaming me. Oops, sorry about that, folks. What else do we have to talk about? Happy, did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about tonight? Any other things that were going on in the village of Westport?
I got a calendar in the mail today from Steve Clark, our local MPP. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's got a great compilation of photos from the year that's 2020. So take a look through it. It's a nice little calendar, lots of information in it.
Yeah, that's a good point. We always kind of get cards, and we don't get a lot of Christmas cards anymore, but we always get a few, and we've got a few really nice ones this year. One of my customers, Stacy, always sends us one of her family, and they're pretty hysterical. So we got one from Stacy, and we have for many years, and a couple other customers send me some really nice cards, and I always love getting a card when actually somebody takes the time to write something in the card other than their name. It means a lot, and like we don't get many, and I don't send any out either. So I used to always write a Christmas letter for the businesses, and used to write a Christmas letter for our friends and family and send it out. Haven't done it in years, but I will get my head around writing a Christmas letter this year for everybody. And it's a tough one to write because there's there's always something that you look back on and reflect of the year and Christmas, and this year has been such a, I guess I can say, shit show. It's my show, so I'll say shit show. It hasn't been a kind year or polite year, although we have spent a lot of good times together. And Espresso Shots Live came out of the pandemic. It gave me something to do from the house to try to keep the community engaged with the businesses and what we were up to. So that's been kind of a nice thing. Welcome to the show, Barb. Nice to see you tonight. I hope everything is going well. Anybody watch any great Christmas movies in the last little while? We know we talked 2 weeks back with Paul Miller about all those great Christmas movies and scenes. Did anybody get around to watching The Little Shop Around the Corner or Shrek? Not Shrek. Shrek is not a Christmas movie. I was thinking of The Grinch. There's so many versions of The Grinch. But I think actually Shrek does have a Christmas show. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm rambling on. We have not many days left. Like I said, if you are looking for gift ideas, I think the Life's Good Shop can still kind of get things to you. I think we're getting really close to that deadline where you won't get things on time. I'm still waiting on parcels. I actually ordered something from a Canadian company, but surprise, surprise, it was being shipped from a Chinese company. And they gave me a tracking application to follow, so I had to download the app to follow the package. So this package is somewhere in East China. It looked like some guy hopped on a bicycle, biked it over to somewhere else, and then from there moved it over somewhere else. So it's moved around 4 or 5 times in East China. It's still not on any plane to North America, so I have no idea if this gift is arriving. And like I said, I thought I was ordering it from a company in Montreal, but obviously it was redirected to a company in China. Hopefully we get that. Cynthia said she loved The Little Shop Around the Corner. Yeah, Cynthia and I watched that. It was a great little show, great little movie. Bob National, yeah. Christmas Vacation. Chevy Chase, that's got to be the funniest movie. Man, that's got to be the funniest. There's so many funny parts of that movie. I love it. Absolutely love it. What else do we have in our media files tonight? Media files. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Did I have this in here? Maybe I didn't. No, I knocked it out. I was thinking it'd be fun to do like karaoke. Like maybe we can do some karaoke on the show. But unfortunately, we wouldn't hear you, so it'd just be me singing karaoke songs for a half an hour. Anybody down with that? Give it a whirl. We're willing to try anything. And I think we're going to definitely get some more musicians on in January as well. I know a lot of people that aren't playing right now, and January will be probably a pretty quiet time. So maybe we'll get a few more musicians back on the show to get some entertainment happening. I'd like to do a little bit of everything. So anyway, I was going to play this for you. Here's my, let me get my audio cranked up in this here because it wasn't loud enough last time. Media. This is a question I have right here. Here's my question. if a face mask falls in the village, does anybody pick it up?
Oh yeah!
So those were some of the life hacks we were working on for the Frothy Coffee sessions. And it's funny, you see a face mask on the ground on the sidewalk, and it could be there for weeks. Nobody will pick it up. Nobody will touch it. It just sits there. It's a biohazard. And I often think, like, I guess it's the village's responsibility to make sure those things are picked up, because I walk right by them because I just don't want to touch it. They freak me out when I see them on the sidewalk. And some of them are nice, and they look like people bought them and they paid good money for them. But there they sit, just kind of lonely on the sidewalk, waiting to be rescued. So maybe instead of like we have the Feral Cat Paws program, maybe we can have a rescue for the face masks of Westport that are lying on the streets. Maybe we can rescue those, clean them up, and hand it back to somebody or something. But anyway, I think that's it for tonight. Dave says, ouch. I'm not sure what he's referring to. I probably said something off color, but that's all right. It's what I do, Dave. That's my thing. And hey, Dave, what's going on at the Legion? Are we I guess we're still down there. I guess I'm assuming everything is kind of locked down right now at the Legion. I know there are a few clubs and organizations that aren't doing anything right now, and there are some businesses that aren't doing much. It's been pretty quiet with regards to what's happening in the village of Westport. I said I'm not going to talk much about COVID-19, but since the 7th of December, I have been filming every day, keeping tabs of what's happening. And my thought is, at some point, when we get through all this, I'll take all the footage that I have, many, many hours of footage, and put it together. And maybe, Dave's going, he's ouch for my singing. Well, I think now I have to sing a song, Dave. No, I'm not going to torture anybody with a song. I appreciate people for tuning in. I'm not going to scare them away anymore with my terrible singing voice. What was I talking about? Oh,
Just said it's closed until the end of the year.
Closed until the end of the year. That's a couple weeks. Yeah, so I mean, New Year's Eve. Normally there's lots of big parties going on New Year's Eve. How are you guys going to celebrate New Year's Eve? Do you have any ideas? I was thinking about doing a rockin' New Year's Eve show live on New Year's evening. That's still something that's in the works, so maybe we'll kind of... all the folks that watch the show, maybe you guys can all join us so we can kind of bring all different guests in and get a live look into your party and your celebrations on New Year's Eve. So that's something I'm working on. If you're keen on doing it, sing it out loud. Kim, you can, hey Kim, if you want, I'll send you a link and you can come on the show and sing right now. You think I got a bad voice? Just kidding, Kim. Yeah. Well, what else to say? It's like I said, I don't have a guest, so I just was just bumbling through things here tonight. Don't really have any awesome clips to show you. I did that time. I did a few things. And if you want to, man, I've been looking back over the last couple of years. If you go to the YouTube channel, there's a ton. There's over 200 videos on there, and on the Vimeo channel as well. There's a ton of videos on there as well. There's some great interviews with some people that live around the village as well. And I like to do more of those, but right now we can't get together to do any live interviews, so it's all kind of streaming videos or streaming interviews. Kim says she'll need a few mudslides. Well, I think there's a few mudslides still here left in the fridge in the studio downstairs, so they're safe. They're safe. We'll leave them here for you, Kim. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end this show tonight. Any final words before I end, or? How come I didn't hear much from Frank tonight over in Slabtown? I'm thinking, I did have one idea. Back in the day, all the municipalities amalgamated, and you got Rideau Lakes, and in different areas they all amalgamated. I'm thinking maybe they can unamalgamate. Like Westport never amalgamated; it stayed independent. Maybe we can break Westport off into smaller divisions, and maybe Slabtown could be its own municipality. Slabtown, a municipality, could have its own mayor and council, and what is this going on? Oh, somebody sending me some message. Yeah, so I'm thinking Slabtown could be its own little municipality. Maybe we can break the village off into some different categories. Why not? It's big enough, right? We have a new subdivision going in, so there could be phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, Slabtown, downtown, uptown, my town, hometown, your town. Okay, I'm out of here, folks. Have a great night. I don't even have my outro to play tonight because I never loaded it up into my media files. I never had time. But take care, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll come back next week with a bit more content and a guest. Like I said, we have a great guest, Frank from Mayor. Absolutely, Frank from Mayor, Mayor of Slabtown. Brad's tuning in. Brad, you're just tuning in now. You're tuning in at the end of the show. Great fun show tonight, John. Love Sunny's appearance. Yeah, Sunny's appearance was pretty good. I think we'll give her a longer bit. Maybe we'll bring her in for 2 spots next week. We'll have her do the weather and then do another weather in case the weather changes in between sets. So anyway, hey, Brad, thanks for joining. Good night, Brad. No one was on the other channel. Well, we've told you many times, Brad. If you want to listen and tune in and interact, you gotta do it on the Espresso Shot page because that's where we interact from. Because, like I said, Vimeo still has things. Oh, time for a nightcap. Yes, Frank. What are you having for a nightcap? Oh, I know what he's having. I can guess what Frank's having for a nightcap. Anyway, let's end it there before we bore everybody to death. We'll see you next week. And if you have anything that you want brought up on the show, private message me on Facebook Messenger. And we'll definitely, Frank is having a TCH. TCH, wonder what that stands for. Turkey Chicken House? Having a turkey chicken house sandwich? Anyway, peace.